Alright, hello everybody, and good afternoon. Happy Monday everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are located. Thank you so much for joining me today. You can see we are doing GOL, however you would like to pronounce it. Doing some operations around Brazil today. This one should be a really good one. I am looking forward to this one indeed. Really always exciting when we get to try out new airlines whenever we fly. So this is a first for us, first time doing GOL today. So really looking forward to this one indeed. So thank you so much everybody for joining me. The airplane is currently cold and dark, sitting at the gate. Farmer, hello my friend, welcome. Thank you for joining. As always, good evening to you as well. As mentioned, we are completely cold and dark, sitting at the gate right now. We have nothing going on currently, so what we need to do is get inside, get our airplane powered up, start the boarding with GSX, and get our fuel loaded and all of our payload all set to go, and all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's head on inside, everybody. As mentioned, completely cold and dark. Oh, hello down there. Nice to see you. Okay. So let's go up to the overhead panel and let's get our battery power on. Excellent. Let's bring this down to standby power. That'll stay towards ground power. Let's get our emergency exit lights armed. Position lights are steady. That's good. Now let's click this down to ground power. Wonderful. Okay, let's give us our no smoking chime. Let's give us some lighting up here, just because it is a little bit of an overcast day. And let's get our IRSs set to align. Wonderful. Wait for all of our screens to turn on here. Currently sitting in Sao Paulo. Should be really good. Captain J, what's up, my friend? He says, hi, bro. Do you like the new Microsoft Flight Simulator update? So I have some mixed feelings on it, and the only reason why I say I do is just due to the fact that the whole DLSS deal that was supposed to make the simulator run better and look fantastic, it really doesn't look that fantastic to me. You know what I mean? It just, like, for instance, in the Pmdg, I tried it out earlier, and all of the text on all of the aircraft and all the textures is just super blurry. It makes all of your ECAMs and all of your navigation display and all of that really fuzzy and just not really looking that great. Yeah, so unfortunately, I was expecting more from it, but it is what it is. You hate it because the plane is out of control, and then the rubber. Yeah, I mean, we tried Concorde with the new update, and we unfortunately had a harsh problem with the flight controls. Not exactly sure if that's really due to the update or due to just Concorde being Concorde and the quality of that payware. So not entirely too sure, but I was kind of expecting something better out of the update, but regardless, I just kind of switched the graphic settings back to what I originally had them on. Right now we are running on Ultra, so it does seem to be running a lot better. So we'll see. You can't reverse with the engines anymore? I haven't had that issue personally. What I would do is I would check your key bindings or whatever binding that you have set to reverse thrust and see if during the new update it didn't reset your bindings to your peripherals, because that might be causing it. Okay, let's get our fuel all set up to go here. Currently taking with us to Rio. First leg is taking us to Rio de Janeiro. And currently for this first leg we are taking 13,175 pounds of fuel. There we go. And then for a payload, our zero fuel weight is 130,100. So we want 130.1. on the zero fuel weight. There we go. As you can see, we are taking 131 passengers today. We have 10 in first class and 121 back in economy. So that's fine and dandy. Let's come back over here to our routing. It's time to get this entered in. Actually, you know what? Before we start doing that, let's ask GSX to start loading the airplane. Hey, Mom, thank you for joining. Love you. Thank you so much for being here, as always. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Here we go. We're getting ready for the hurricane. Yeah, I know. I've been looking at that. Been following it along myself. And, you know, we're probably going to get the remnants of that. A lot of rain. And, you know, we've been getting so much rain lately here ourselves that it's going to definitely be a little bit interesting. You know, we've just been getting slammed with the rain the past couple weeks, and it's been causing a lot of flooding here, so I wouldn't doubt it if when the hurricane moves its way down from Florida, it's either going to go inland, and it's either going to go to the west and go towards the Midwest, or it's going to continue up the East Coast and come and give us all of that rain, so we're going to see. Chief Sim Pilot, hello my friend, welcome. Thank you for popping in and tuning in. Currently sitting at the ground at Sao Paulo, heading to Rio de Janeiro for this first leg. We just started our GSX boarding process, so that's going to take some time. So while we're waiting...
Pilot's boarding starting.
Yep, there we go. Pilot's boarding started. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan all configured here. Let's hope for a nice, smooth day of flying, everybody. The last couple of streams, we've had some problems with several of our airplanes, so let's just hope this time around it's not going to be too terrible. Let's get some lighting on in here. It is very dark. Very dark today. Just past 11 p.m., I believe, here. But the overcast skies is just making it very, very dark. So let's go ahead and get this going. Pop-Tar, hello, my friend. It's been raining all summer here. We don't need it. Yeah. You see, we had kind of a little bit of a dry summer. All right, let's go ahead and get our airport plugged in. We want SBGR. And we are going to SBGL. There we go. Our flight number, of course, you can see in the progress bar, is going to be Golf 3 1634, just something I made up. And we are departing out of runway, let's see, 10 left, and it's a direct departure. Runway 10 left. Not in database. That's a problem. Let's look at our chart here. Wonder why we are having that error pop up, everybody. Probably because the Pmdg has outdated nav data. And that's what I'm going to assume. So let me look at my airport chart here and see what the dealio is with that. Showing is 10 left here. What's the... Colin, hello my friend, welcome. Thank you for being here as always. Let's see what the dealio is here. It's 10 left is this runway right here. What do they have it marked as? 9 left. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going 9 left then, according to our flight simulator information. 9 left. There we go. Did you see the media I set the plane landings? Yes, I did. Saw those bright and early this morning, my friend. Very cool indeed. Very, very cool. Okay, so we are going, like I said, it's a direct departure. Oops. And we are heading to direct to Dorlu. So DORLU. From there, we're heading on the Uniform Zulu 42 airway. And we are heading to Verep. V-U-R-E-P. And then from there, we're going to hop on our arrival. So let's come over here to our departure, our arrival page. We are going in on runway 15. Runway 15. We go via the PABE 1B, which we have right here. Excellent. And the transition. Excellent. So let's come back over to our route now, just to make sure that nothing is going to be looking weird. That looks okay. Let's go over to our legs. We're probably going to have to delete a vector out of here. Yep, just as I thought. But we can't use the delete key. We have to do that. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. So let's check our legs now. How can I change my blinds to normal? What do you mean? Like the blinds inside the cabin? I'm not sure. I've tried playing around with that a few times myself, and I've never been successful with figuring it out, unfortunately. So, okay. Let's go through our legs now. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Bring this over to plan. We will come down here and let's step through each and every single one of these. Just to make sure that everything is looking on the up and up for us. And that looks good to me. Very short flight for this first leg, everybody. Very short flight indeed. It's only about a 35-minute hop for this first one. Excellent. Okay. Let's get our init ref information set up now. Our gross weight, or zero fuel weight rather, as mentioned, is 130.1. 130.1. Get that all entered in here. My PMP A330 screen's display won't work. Help please, it's just pitch black. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't have that problem earlier. We do have a PMP A330 flight scheduled for Saturday. So I'm gonna have to take a look into that. I'm out to lunch sitting at the parking lot. Every time I hear your boarding announcement guy say hello, I look around. Yep. I love the guy that's like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. He's just so enthusiastic about his job. It's very empowering. So, let's take a look at our reserve fuel that we're going to be taking with us. We need 2.4 here. Our cost index. I'm doing good. That guy. Cost index 10. We are cruising today. This one's a cruise level of 270. That seems awfully high to me. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this plugged in here. Oops. Yeah, that seems awfully high, if I'm being completely honest with you. So should we just do with what they want us to do? How can you change your blinds to normal? I'm not sure, man. I've tried messing around with it a few times, and I've never been successful. Let's go up to 21,000 feet like this is suggesting here. And let's get our cruise winds entered in now. Go. Okay. And one limit, we'll put 35 here, as we usually do. We're going to derate our takeoff, put a regular climb in, go over to takeoff, and need flaps to 5 degrees. Get our V speeds plugged in here. Let's grab our CG from our payload screen here, which is going to be 25.4. Give us our trim value, 5.09. Oh no, my game crashed. I put it in safe mode now. I don't got any add-ons. Yeah, that's weird, man. You know, a lot of people have been having trouble with the simulator since the most recent update, including myself. So, you know, it's unfortunate. As Mama MB said there, everybody remember, if you haven't already done so, please consider hitting that like button for me. Would greatly appreciate that. And if you're new here and you are enjoying the channel and enjoying the content, please consider becoming a subscriber and joining the MB crew Would greatly appreciate that. Sim update 10, you get worst FPS now? Oh man, I'm sorry. And your A330 doesn't work anymore? Yeah, you know, that could just be the fact that PMP needs to update the A330 to work with Sim update 10, and that's probably exactly what the issue is, so I'm gonna have to really test it out then before Saturday's stream so we don't have any issues, because we actually have a couple of really good flights scheduled for Saturday and Sunday if you guys haven't checked those out already. So thank you for the heads up on that, man. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look into that, because I am not going to be looking forward to having anything being messed up on us. Okay, we have that all set up and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get our APU started now. Get our fuel pump on for us. Great, let's come down here to APU, bring this down into start. There it goes. Let's get our seatbelt signs on now, because I believe that everybody is on board. Let's get this up to 21,000. It's going to be our cruising altitude for this short 30-minute hop. Yeah, the sim, it's weird now. I get a warning about my graphic card and then crash a desktop. Yep, I've gotten that a few times. And now ever since Sim Update 10, I've been getting a lot of, like, just general Windows warnings saying that we couldn't locate this driver when I'm trying to open up the simulator. When it's loading, it says, cannot load driver G67X.CWZ-9. And I'm like, what on earth does that mean? How do you change your keybinds? You go into the controls. So if you hit escape and you come up here over to controls, this is where you're going to need to go. Select keyboard, mouse, whatever peripheral you're using. Go over to keyboard. And then this is what you're going to want to go through. You can search by name or input. I think the easiest thing is to search by name, whatever you're looking for. It just happened. What are the odds? Yeah, man. Like I said, I know a lot of people are frustrated with Sim Update 10. It's unfortunate, but, you know, I'm sure that they will release a patch and a small update to fix everything for everybody so people don't remain to be too upset over it, because I know I am, myself personally, a little disappointed with everything. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Just kind of wish that they would have had that sorted by the time they released it. But it's okay. Alright, APU gen's coming on now. There we go. APU bleed will come on. Get our packs on. Get our yaw damper on as well. All this will stay normal. Fuel temperature is looking good. Fuel pumps will stay as is until we're ready to leave. Bring our AC source up to APU gen. Our drive disconnect switches for our standby power and all that will stay closed. The guards, rather. Ground power, we will click that up into off just to be safe. We just turned our APU gens on. Wipers will remain as is. Equipment cooling stays normal. Signs are on and activated. Let's get our window heats on now. Probe heats will of course stay off until we are ready for push. Anti-ice will stay as is. We don't need that right now. Electronic hydraulic pumps can come on also. Alright, all that's looking good. All of this is looking fantastic. Okay, awesome. UAV, hello my friend. Season update 10. It's better than some of the earlier season updates. Sim updates. Yeah, you know, this is the first one where I've had a lot of problems though, which is weird. It says graphics cards overheated or overclocked and misplaced GPU. Yep, the same exact error that I've been getting, man. I'm sure that they're going to be releasing a fix for that shortly, for sure. Alright, let's go over here. We need to go to our doors. We need to close our cargo doors, because we no longer need those. Same thing with our forward entry door. We are going to come down here to ground services. We are going to release the ground power unit, because we no longer need that. The last thing we need to do is get our autopilot all set up with all the information that we need, which is we're going to be cruising at 21,000 feet for this first quick short leg over to Rio. Let's get our speed all entered in now. Our V2 plus 10. 155. So let's get 155 plugged in. There we go. 155 is plugged in. Let's arm our auto throttle. Let's get our flight directors on as well. Sim update 10 is nice. Yeah, I mean, I've seen several people have a lot of really good luck with it, and I've seen other people not have the best luck with it, and I'm kind of in the middle. I'm in a good mood today, but I'm getting ready to go out for lunch and get some pizza. I'll catch up later. Alright, Pop-Tart, take care. Thank you for stopping by. As always, really, really greatly appreciate you. Enjoy your pizza. I just had pizza for lunch as well. Heated up some leftover pizza from the weekend. Absolutely delicious. Can't go wrong with pizza, everybody. Absolutely cannot go wrong. We need a runway heading of 095. There we go. Alright. Excellent, everybody. I believe that we are going to be ready for pushback here. We're just going to come down. Ooh, boy. Stutter. Man, the stutters that I've been getting lately since the update have been very concerning. It's always so scary. Ooh, there it goes again. Whoever plays this simulator in any capacity knows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to stutters. You know, when you're working on the simulator and just playing in general, and then you get that stutter like that, it will make your heart skip a beat. That is for sure. Let's get our wheel chocks removed. We are all set to push, everybody. So let's come up here to our GSX menu, and let's prepare for pushback and departure. Kings, hello, my friend. Welcome. If I see stutters, it means it's going to crash. Yep. I get that fear every single time stutters come in for me, my friend. It makes my heart skip a beat. Like I said, it's just very scary. We're going to push back and to our left as soon as that menu comes up. Hello, lady with the bypass pin. It's scary, it certainly is.
Hello, Captain.
Oh my god.
Ready for pushback.
Okay. How did your glasses just pop on like that? It's weird. In a very cloudy day today. Oh, thrust reversers are open. That's weird. Very weird indeed. But look at the weather here today. Not very good looking.
Bypass being inserted.
Bypass pin is inserted. Wait for them to keep doing their things. Gives me a heart attack saying, yeah, you know, the simulator just isn't running at top notch, I don't think. Doesn't feel like it is. Really doesn't feel like it is, guys. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? I'm sure they will set something up, some type of patch to fix it for us. Just gotta have some patience. Pushback, Tug, what are you doing? Oh, okay. That was interesting.
Locking gear.
That was very interesting. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Like I said, we're going to the left.
Release the parking brakes, please.
Release the parking brakes, please. You got it, only because you asked so nicely, my darling. So we'll come down
Release the
here.
parking brakes,
Alright, we're going. Give me a second, man. Man.
commencing push.
Oh, these stutters, dude. What is going on?
Start at wheel.
Alright, engine number 2 coming over to ground. We'll come down here, make sure that we have rotation, which we don't because I still have the packs on. There we go. What is happening? Why are we going forward? Oh, my Lanta. Oh, jeez. Alright, 25% introduce fuel flow. Pop over to the wings, have a listen. Alright, does sound like we have a good start of... Oh my god. You know what? before we go any farther, guys, yeah, I'm turning this off of Ultra. I'm not doing that. We're coming to high end. Move our terrain level of detail up to 200 like we normally have it. Move our object level of detail up to 30 like we usually do. Terrain vector data, we can go into Ultra, and all of this I am just going to leave as is with the exception of the glass cockpit refresh rate. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We aren't messing with that any longer. Just the amount of stutters that we are getting is just horrific. Engine number 1 going down to ground. Come down here, and 2 is rising. And 1 is rising now. Comes everybody, we are... Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh, dude. What is going on with the performance? Look at this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Do a terror? What do you mean? What's my performance on my PC look like? Let me open that up really quickly. Because I shouldn't be having this many problems with all the stutters. This is ridiculous. I mean,
Please set parking brakes.
yeah, our system, my PC isn't overworking, so it's not like we're overheating or anything like that.
Good engine start. You can disconnect.
But I don't know, man. Oop, we never got our fuel pumps on. Whoopsies. All right, let's get our engine generators on now. Come over here, get our packs on. Isolation valve comes to auto. APU bleed will come off now. Probe heats will come on. Anti-collisions will come on as well as our taxi lights. APU generators, will click those up into off just to be safe. Come down here to our FMC. Oops, nope, that's not what we want to do. We need to turn our APU off in general. There it goes. APU has been turned off. Everything's looking good as far as our overhead panel is concerned. Let's pop over here to our wing view now. Let's test our control surfaces.
Unlocking gear.
Let's step over to the other side. Test them over here as well. Wonderful. Alright, let's pop back over here. Let's get our flaps to 5 degrees.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Oh boy, farmer. Hopefully we don't have that same issue, my man. Really hoping that will be good. Alright, flaps are set and ready to go for departure. Let's head back to the front of our flight deck here. Let's look over to the right-hand side. You know, another thing I'm going to do, guys. Another thing I am going to do, everyone. Unfortunately, I have nameplates off before. Just for the thumbnails, but I'm going to turn multiplayer off as well, everyone. Just so I don't have to keep loading those models in that might be affecting their performance. So sorry, everybody. I'm sure you guys understand. You know, I can't risk having the simulator crash, you know. Too much of a risk for me. All right, bye-bye now, lady. Thank you for the wishes of our good trip. See you on the flip side. Alright, release our parking brake. Wait for her to disappear, as she should, in just a few moments. Transport dude, hello my friend, welcome. Alright, she's well out of the way. There she goes, she disappeared. Let's get on out of here, everybody. Bring up our chart here. We're going to taxi straight here onto Taxiway Hotel. Straight onto Taxiway Hotel, and then we'll be taking a right onto Bravo, and then a left onto Golf, and that'll be our departure runway right in front of us. We'll be doing a turn and burn today, ladies and gentlemen. Turn and burn. Not going to line up and wait or anything. We're just going to get right on out of here. Actually, no, we're going to turn right onto Alpha right here. We cannot make that turn onto Bravo up here, so we'll just go right onto Alpha. And then turn left onto Golf just up here. Alright, this is our departure runway right here, everybody. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. Runway turnoffs will come on. Strobes will come on. Wings will come on as well. Okay, everyone, we are good to go. Enjoy the departure out of Sao Paulo for Rio on our first quick 33-minute first flight here. Everybody enjoy indeed. Alright, activating toga. Oh, maybe because our auto throttle isn't on. Activating toga.
Airspeed alive. Knots. Positive rate of climb.
Up we go. Gear up. Alright, let's turn right on course here. Okay, lower our nose down just a tad. Let's get LNAV, VNAV active here and turn on command. Flaps coming to 1 degrees. right, and flaps clean. Alright. We're getting wonderful frames up here now. Wow, this looks beautiful up here, doesn't it? Absolutely incredible with all the fog. Very beautiful. Very beautiful indeed. Alright, only climbing up to 21,000 feet for this first leg, so go ahead and lower the engine sounds a little bit too, just so it's not too overwhelming. There we go. Alright, excellent. Away we go, everyone, to Rio for this first leg. Only about 35 minutes on this one, so not a very long flight at all. "10,000 feet, we'll get our landing lights shut off, per usual procedure." There we go. Landing lights off now. Same thing with our runway turnoffs and taxis. Okay, wonderful. Let's hope my game doesn't crash. I hope so, Colin. Really hope so, my friend. Did you check to make sure that you have all the most up-to-date drivers? That's the one thing I would check. I didn't have a driver update myself personally, but we'll see. No, yep. Yeah, I didn't have any either. Excuse me. A few people told me that I needed to update the NVIDIA driver, and I didn't have any updates for it, so some people were telling me they did, others were telling me they didn't, so I have no idea, to be completely honest with you. No idea. $163 nautical miles to go. We're not going to be cruising very long at all today, folks, for this first leg. You want the Phoenix A320, but I cannot afford it because I am an 8th grader and it's hard for me to make money. Oh, I understand that. Definitely understand that, my friend. You should use the Phoenix A320. I'm in the same boat as you, my man. It's $55 USD that I would rather put into something else. If we didn't have a good A320, like, you know, like the fly-by-wire A320 Neo, you know, I would consider purchasing it, but only because, you know, like you said, all of these things cost money, and there's just things I have to put first rather than buy airplanes at the moment. Yeah, no problem, Colin. No problem at all, my man. Believe me, right there with you. They should lower the price on the Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, you know, you could say that about a lot of airplanes that they release. You know what I mean about having them lower the price on everything, but, you know, if they were to do that, then they wouldn't be making their money back on what they put into it, the amount of man hours that the developers put into anything, you know what I mean? Into standard we go. They think we lay money just like how a chicken lays eggs? Yeah. You know, like anything, it just, the amount of man hours that they put into it, and the one thing you have to understand too, you know, it's not like Call of Duty, you know what I mean, where they're gonna sell 400 or 40 million copies worldwide, or whatever it might be. You know, they're not gonna sell the Phoenix A320 to 40 million people, and you know, you have to understand that's where that cash price comes from as well. It's all about what they need to make money and break even on it, because after all, they are a business that does develop those airplanes, and people put a lot of hard work and time into developing them. So, you know, that's definitely where a lot of that comes in. And, you know, maybe one day it'll go on sale. You know, you have to keep a lookout for it. Maybe they'll have a Black Friday sale or a New Year's sale or something along those lines. For this first leg, I am not even going to bother putting music on, just because we're not going to be cruising for long at all. We're already at our cruising altitude, just reached it there, and if we have a look, our top of descent is in 60 nautical miles already. So we don't really have a long way to go here at all. We need to go down to 3,300 feet. So we will go ahead and plug 3,300 feet into our autopilot already for when we reach the top of our descent. There we go, 3,300 feet on that. Beautiful. Looking absolutely beautiful. Anyway, bear with me just a moment. I need to shut my camera off for a second and step away for about 2 minutes while I check something. I'll be right back. Stay right there. There we go. Sorry about that. I am expecting a very important phone call today, so just had to double check my phone and everything like that while I was streaming here. Very important phone call indeed. Very quiet in here today for the stream. Of course, I threw this up last minute, so my apologies to everybody for that. The reason why this was thrown up so last minute is due to the fact that I was extremely busy this past weekend. It didn't crash. Good. Good, good. Glad to hear it, Colin. Alright, what are we looking at here? 39 nautical miles until the top of our descent. You installed the Celti? Yes, I did. Take a look on Sunday's stream, my friend. Take a look on Sunday. It's already been scheduled. Two or 3 weeks ago you hit 500, now you're about to hit 600. I know, Foot, isn't it crazy? Absolutely crazy. Should be hitting that, I would say, in the next week or so. You're growing so fast. I know, man, I know. Absolutely nuts. Believe me, I would have loved to have streamed this past weekend and more last week, you know, but I was very, very busy. Like I said, birthday festivities were held yesterday and this weekend. My actual birthday is tomorrow, so no stream tomorrow, as it is my birthday, and of course, work comes into play as well. Maybe today we might hit 600, maybe. Pretty quiet in here today so far. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Foot. I appreciate that, my friend. Hopefully he will be a pilot and he'll be a famous YouTuber. Make sure you don't forget us. Of course I won't call it. I will not, my friend. In the very early days of when you have a small amount of viewers in here, and, you know, I talk to you guys a lot, especially when there's only 7 people, you know, like there's 7 people viewing right now from what I can see. And when there's 7 people in here hanging out, it's hard to forget the very early members, you know what I mean? Especially on Discord, a lot of people have reached out to me personally, so he won't forget me? Of course I won't, man. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, my friend. Really, really greatly appreciate that. Uh-oh, Nightbot. Nightbot didn't like the capitals, Khaled. I'm sorry about that, man. But thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Yeah, the big 27 years old tomorrow. My goodness gracious. Where did the time go, everybody? It feels like just yesterday I was in high school. We're getting bumped around quite a little bit up here with all this turbulence, huh? My goodness. Your altitude's 21,700. Yeah, according to the flight data, it is, but it's not taking into account going into standard mode, I don't believe. I think it's actually giving us our true altitude. But, you know, you're only halfway puberty, way to go. Oh, God, Khaled, boy. Yes. Top fire descent is in 12 nautical miles. You're getting a nice tailwind, though, 32 knots. They wanted us to climb all the way up to 27,000 feet, but we went ahead and did what the performance tab of the airplane wanted us to do, which was to cruise at 21,000, so that's exactly what we did. You're starting to use the Boeing. Nice, but nice. Fantastic airplane. Fantastic airplane indeed. One of my favorites to fly. There's just something about throwing up a good old 737. One of the most popular airplanes in the world. And I believe I forget how many 737s are in the skies at any given time. I read that statistic one time. It was something crazy. You flew a 747 yesterday? Nice. How'd it go? Same, I wanted to use the PMP A330, but my engines don't work. Oh, jeez. Your displays don't work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look into that now. See what's going on here. 5-hour flight, nice foot, nice. Hopefully it treated you nicely. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at our arrival. Let's go ahead and pin that chart for us. Then let's have a look at our approach as well. Runway 15 on the ILS. Alright, we have a nice long runway to land here. A lot of turbulence? Yeah. I've dealt with plenty of those, my man, believe me. Alright, top of our descent. Down we go, everybody. Down we go. Let's have a look and make sure I selected the right arrival here. I believe I selected a ILS 15. Yep, I did. ILS 15. Okay. Just need to make sure that we have that correct. Don't want anything to go wrong with that. So let's come down here. Let's get our ILS frequency already into standby. We want 110.50. And then our course, of course, for the ILS is going to be 149. 149 on the course. I landed 737 in Saba. Nice. He was happy, but 900 feet per minute? Ooh, yeah. You got her down all right, Calva. You got her down indeed. Yamio, hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. The beautiful terrain of Brazil. It's been so long, I know, man. I know. We are back to the original streaming schedule. I love the new gust system that came with Season Update 10. Maria Pilot says it's realistic, but sadly Asobo will nerf it because people are complaining that it's unrealistic. I mean, we'll see. Keep the realism in. I love the realism. Not sure why people would want to make the simulator unrealistic. If that's the case, just go into your settings and turn off the realism. Which you can do. I mean, there's no shame in that. No shame in that at all. Believe me, I flew with the realism settings off for a very long time. In my early FSX days, the realism settings were never turned up all the way. Especially gyro drift and the P factor, and I always had auto rudder on. But none of that anymore, unfortunately. Because they can't fly it in it and they don't want to, learning, or the most funny thing that say it does not work the way in X-Plane 11. Oh jeez. You know, I can't stand people that compare these the two simulators, whether it be Microsoft Flight Simulator or whether it be X-Plane. You know, people try to compare them so much. against each other, and it's impossible to do so. They're completely different simulators, you know what I mean? It just completely different simulators meant for different kinds of pilots and different kinds of training. You know, they're just completely different. I personally, like I said, I am a Microsoft Flight Simulator guy, and I always will be. Always will be. It's so annoying, it's just your own opinion. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whether, I mean, and you can say, oh, you know, X-Plane sucks or Microsoft Flight Simulator sucks, but don't get angry over the fact that someone likes another simulator over yours. What's that going to affect at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Like, you loading up your simulator, what is someone not liking it really going to do to you while you're booting it up and flying your airplanes? Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna get a little bit of drag here. Help with our airspeed because we are a little fast. He says, I'm here again after getting food. Nice. Hope your food is tasty. People will always compare dumb things just to look cool. Yep, it's like apples and oranges and peaches to pears, guys. You know, maybe one day I probably will purchase X-Plane 12 in the near future. You know, I already stated I'm not going to purchase it as soon as it releases. That's because I am not paying that dollar amount for bugs and things that are going to need to be worked out. So, you know, in the future I will be purchasing it, but you know, it won't be for a while. I don't know if you know this. Food. I ate Middle Eastern food. It's rice and chicken, but a special one. It's called Mendy, not the football player. I never heard of it, man. Never heard of it. Are we descending now? Yes, we are. We are indeed. On our way down to Rio. Never heard of that food, Khalid. Never heard of it. Sounds good, though. Chicken and rice is a staple. Look at that cloud. I know it's nuts. That's scary. Nothing too nuts, though. Ooh, it is a little bit windy, though, right when we pass through it. A little bit of turbulence, but that's no problem. A little bit of turbulence, but that's fine. Yeah, we're getting bumped around quite a little bit here, huh? We are getting bumped around quite a bit. What's the weather looking like for Rio here? Let's take a look into that quickly. Right now, broken clouds, winds at 4 knots, visibility 10 miles or 10 kilometers or greater, and a ceiling of 5,000 feet. So So that's not terrible at all. Foot says, I'm eating pizza. Nice, Foot, nice. Excuse me, I just had pizza for lunch. Pizza is indeed delicious. Nothing wrong with some good pizza, man. I try not to eat it too much just because all the dairy and the cheese doesn't always like my stomach, you know. My stomach doesn't always like the dairy and the cheese. Have you tried pineapple on pizza? I swear it's bad and it doesn't go with it, like, bro. I don't get how people agree that pineapple goes on pizza. Yeah, Hawaiian pizza is delicious. Pineapple and ham, man. That is a delicious food. Pineapple with chicken and cheese is delicious, yeah. I'm not a big fan of chicken on pizza, but pineapple, yeah, I could agree with it. I could agree with it. Not chicken, though. And the only reason why I say that is because you have to cook the chicken before it goes on the pizza. It's not like you can put the chicken on there raw. You know what I mean? So, for me, like, when you have to recook the chicken after it's already been on the pizza, in my opinion, it just kind of makes it, dried out. It dries it out. At least in my, like I said, I think, like Foot said, people have opinions. Why are the clouds so low? 5,000 feet? That's not, it's not that low of a ceiling, man. Believe me, we've had ceilings before where we were coming in at 800 feet ceiling. 5,000 really isn't that low. I don't believe we ever took care of that. Let's get this all set. All right. Oh, by the way, Michael, I did a landing challenge, and it was with a private jet 65 feet. Nice, man, nice. It's a nice smooth landing, man. That's what they call butter. I did realistic flying yesterday, and now I have jet lag. First flight was a British Airways 777-200 from San Francisco to Heathrow. That flight got 1 hour delayed, so I took off around... Wow, that's a long one, Farmer. That is a long one indeed. Bless your heart for doing that, man. Alright, everybody. Let's get our recording ready to go. There we go. We are recording now. Excellent. Oh, wow. We are very high. Let's get our gear down. Why are we so high? What happened to your airplane? How did this happen? We'll get her down, though. Not sure why we came in so high, but we'll fix that. Actually, I would rather not go around, but thinking we're gonna have to, everybody. We're gonna have to go around. Just because the airplane did something very weird there. It just wouldn't, once again, not descending properly, so we are going around, everybody. My apologies about that. Better safe than dead, exactly. For whatever reason, the airplane just didn't want to descend for us. No big deal, though. Easy go around, easy go around. A320 is free with Phoenix? How was that? Plane spotters would cry? Yep. What do you mean Phoenix A320 is free? It's $40. Yep. It's $55 USD. $55 US. Alright, everyone. Will I get the 739? Probably not. If I'm being honest with you. I have my two favorite airplanes or 737s already, the 700 and the 800. So I really don't see it necessary to get the 9. How much will it be? 80 bucks? Yep, probably. And that's why I'm not going to get it. The 800, yeah, is one thing. You know what I mean? I love the 800s, so of course I was going to get it, but probably not the 9. Not for that price. I love pizza with bacon and pineapple, but my belly doesn't. Yep, mine either. My belly really doesn't like any pizza at all, to be honest with you. You planning on getting the 600 in the future? Oh, yeah, the 600's a great value for the money. You know, a study level airplane that like the Pmdg for, what is it, 50 bucks? Not even, like $30 I think, right? 35 USD. So it's definitely a really great value. Hey everybody, if you're just tuning in, we had to do a go-around here in Rio. Had to do a go-around. 30, yeah. Yeah, that's a good price, man. That's a good price for a Pmdg product, it really is. I don't think they've ever released one of their products for that low of a price before, so that's exceptionally good. Because I'm pretty sure the 777 and the 747, wasn't it like $100? I think that's how much those cost, so be prepared for that, everybody. I'll probably get it next month in November because next month is tax month for my car. Yep. You know, I know that. I have to get my car inspected here shortly. Myself. Can I do rain the next leg? It looks better we're going to do live weather, my friend. Live weather. It was raining earlier in the very beginning of the stream. But we'll do live weather, man. Alright, we are at the perfect altitude here. Let's give this another try, shall we? Give this another try. Gotta go get our VREF all set up. Oop, wrong one. Hopefully I didn't screw this up here. Let's see this buttery smooth landing. I'm gonna try, man. I have a feeling that we are still gonna be way too high. Alright, let's get our gear down already.
500.
Oops. Okay, we're gonna take control now, just to avoid another crazy situation that the airplane might put us in. A little bit high, but no big deal. Just a tad. We will get her in because I am not going around again. Good old MB landing here, everybody. There we go. That's looking better.
1,000.
A little bit windy here, everybody. A little bit windy indeed. This is where a set of rudder pedals is going to come in so much more in handy, because having to use the little joystick on the Airbus yoke is just very difficult. Very difficult. Still too high. We have all whites. Come on, baby. Get down for us here. Whoa, boy. All right. That flare was something else. All right. Well, hopefully that wasn't too frightening for everybody. The typical MB approach. We teach that in flight school, the MB approach with a crazy flare. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get to the terminal, everybody. Speed brake will retract. Flaps coming clean. Taxi lights can stay on. APU go here. Strobes will go to steady. Logos will come off. Wings will come off. Okay, I have no idea where the terminal is here. Hold on a second. No idea where the terminal is. To the left, because that's the military apron over there. We do not want the military apron. There we go. There's some gates right there. Let's get on towards them. Good, but what type of flare is that? Yeah, that's the The airplane's not responding the way I want it to, so I put a little bit more power on it there. You know, I have to get all my controls set up through FSUI PC, which I don't currently have them set up through, because I can't get this yoke configured as far as like the sensitivity goes for elevator control. And from what I've read online, people are saying if you're using the default sensitivity boxes in the simulator, that's really what's going to kill you. And that's what I use, so I'm going to have to take a look into that. But regardless, welcome to Rio, everybody. Nice landing, high FPS, but the G-force looks good. I don't think 165 is too high. I bet if you somehow had a landing rate calculator on real airplanes, on real pilots landing them, I'm sure a majority of them would be around 250 to 300. If you've ever flown on Southwest Airlines before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Pretty sure this is a gate meant for a heavy, but no big deal, we're gonna take it. Trust me, I've been on some flights before, man, where we touched down so hard I was wondering how a tire didn't burst. And it happens pretty much every flight I take. And then again, I've had some that were extremely buttery smooth. I've had some that were not at all, like I said, and felt kind of concerned for the airplane after we touched down. And then I've had some approaches that were just scary between wind and all that good stuff. So okay, we need to get the airplane back reconfigured for landing here before we start the replay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that flare was kind of nuts. We have between 11 and 17 knot crosswinds right here at this point during our approach. Yeah, you're right about that, farmer. You would be right about that. Competitions and that, and not only that, but that might hurt a pilot's confidence at the same time, you know what I mean? Just like some people come in here and do to me when I touch down at 150 and they tell me my landing was garbage. You know, so it's just the same thing would happen to the real pilots. They would touch down a little bit rough and then maybe it would beat up their confidence, you know what I mean? Here's that crazy flare. Whoop. And that's 398 now. $398 for that one. That's interesting. Alright, let's get another view. We were getting hammered by wind right here at one point. Oh yes, 50 feet per second on a 7.4, man. You're asking a lot. Especially like you said, it's a big, heavy airplane, man. I'm sure it happens, and I'm sure plenty of people do it in the simulator world, but you know, that's the thing about big, heavy airplanes like that. Their landing gear is built sturdy for a reason. And there's certain situations where pilots will have no choice but to put it down hard. In crosswind landings or any dangerous situation with a lot of wind, or you know. 46 now, guys. Let's go with that one. 46. All right, that's the official landing rate. What is FSUIP7? It's kind of like a third-party. I'm not sure what kind of program or like what you would refer to it as, but it's kind of like a it's kind of like something that allows you to set controls and peripherals and the way that the simulator performs as far as that aspect goes. It's a third-party software that runs alongside Microsoft Flight Simulator that just allows you to configure it a little bit better to your liking. It's essentially what it is. Alright, let's enjoy the taxi in from our passenger view. When am I gonna do it? Probably this week sometime. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this sped up a little bit. Okay. Oops. Let's get back in the flight deck here. We need to set our parking brake again. Come up here, get our APU generator connected, get our APU bleed on. Alright, and we are good to go to shut her down, everybody. Oops. Let's see if we can get a jetway. I don't think we have a jetway available to us right here. I don't think. So maybe we can call in the stairs. Request deboarding. Select parking facility. Weird. Weird. Alright, GSX isn't going to let us do anything here because it's not recognizing this as a parking spot. So, odd. What runway do you need to land hard? Because soft, and you will get any braking force becomes the wheels just touching the water. Sorry, Farmer, I had a hard time reading that, my friend. I'm not exactly sure what you were trying to say there. I think he meant with wet runways you need to land harder, because when it's too soft you will get a braking force. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean now, yeah. Yeah, you land too soft in the water, you know what I mean? You can, kind of like what a car does when it hydroplanes. I guess you could say the same thing would happen with an airplane as well. But alright, everybody, what we're going to do is we're just going to get the simulator reset here, and we are going to take our second journey. Bear with me just a moment, everybody. Going to get everything reset, and we'll load back up and go on to our second leg. So be right back, everybody. Bear with me just a few moments. Thank you so much for hanging out for that first leg. I will be right back. Uh-oh. What's going on with my camera? Bear with me a second. My camera shut off here. That's interesting. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. Let's try to restart the source here. Of course. We've had nothing but problems with this camera, man. Give me 2 seconds.
Pilot's boarding starting.
There we go. Sorry about that. It was weird. Just had to restart the source there. Not sure what happened with that. But anyways, welcome back everybody to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Currently sitting at the gate in Rio de Janeiro Airport. Currently, the proper airport name is Rio Galileo Tom Jobim International Airport. And we are heading towards Presidente Juscelino Kubitschek International Airport. Hopefully, I got all of that pronunciation correct. And in Brasilia, which is in the federal district of Brazil. So that's where we are heading next, everybody. As you can see, our baggage has started the loading process. Our passengers are already boarding. The airplane is already underneath ground power, so we're going to be ready to go here. Adam, welcome, my friend. Barry, welcome, my friend. How are you? Hello again, it's Ryan. I've been not been on, sadly. You had a heart attack for an overdose of Monster. Let's not talk about. Oh, geez, Ryan. That's not good, my friend. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling better. Sorry to hear that, my buddy. Hopefully you're doing okay, man. Thank you for tuning in as always, and thank you for being here. So, what do you say we hop back in the flight deck here, everybody, and let's get everything all set to go. Passengers, as you can hear there, have just started boarding, so let's get everything set up and ready to go so we can leave here as quickly as possible, everybody. So let's get our flight plan all entered in here. We are starting, as mentioned, at SBGL for Rio. Not in database. What do you mean? Oh, SBGL. Dyslexia. And then SBBR for Brasilia. There we go. We are leaving runway 28 here at Rio. Flight number, same thing as before. It's going to be G31634. G31634. Excellent. Let's go over to our routing now. Looks like we are going to have a direct departure again, which is perfect. And we're going to go right to NSOD. Direct to NSOD there. You're fine now? Thanks so much for asking me. No problem, Ryan. Definitely, whenever you hear somebody has a health scare like that, it's definitely good to make sure they're good to go, you know what I mean? We're hopping on the airway now of Uniform Mike 409er. And we are taking that over to Reyna. There we go. Perfect. That's all we need to enter in there. Let's get our arrival all set up now. Looks like we are coming in on runway 11 right. Runway 11 right. There we go. Looks like we're coming in via the Louvla A1A, which is right here. And it wants us coming in via the Reyna transition, as mentioned, so perfect. Let's head back over to our route now and just make sure that all got put in correctly. Discontinuity here, we can get rid of that. Alright, excellent. Let's just check this out as well. Make sure we don't have anything we need to fix here. Which we don't. Beautiful. Let's come over up here now. Let's get this over to plan. And let's step through each and every single one of these waypoints and just make sure that everything is looking correct. Nothing looks weird. There's no monkey business going on with any of them. This flight is obviously much longer than the previous. We're looking at about an hour and 20 minutes on this one. Wait, what was that? that looks kind of weird. What was that? Oh no, maybe not. Okay. All right. I am happy with that. Everybody perfect. We're over to our route now. We will activate that, and we will execute it in. Wonderful. Let's get our performance ready to go now. As mentioned, our zero fuel weight is going to be 130.1. We'll enter that in for the zero fuel weight. And our reserve fuel that we're taking with us is going to be, again, 2.4. Our cost index is going to be 15. 15 on the CI. Cruising altitude is going to be 36,000 feet. Lovely. Flight level 360. Okay. And our average wind is going to be 285 at 25 knots. Wonderful. I will execute that. We'll go over here to our N1 limit. We'll select 35 degrees Celsius as always. We will do a derated takeoff as always as well. And we will do a normal climb. We're not going to derate the climb at all. Flaps are going to be 5 degrees per usual. There's our V-speeds. Get those entered in. And now we need our zero fuel weight center of gravity. So let's grab that. 25.4. 25.4 for our CG. That gives us a trim value of 5.22, so let's get that entered in right away so we don't forget. There we go. That should be good. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Bring this back over to map. That's looking all right. Let's come over here and take care of our autopilot. We are going up to 360 as mentioned, so let's get that all plugged in. Wonderful. Let's take a look at our V2 plus 10, which is going to be 157. Alright, excellent, and let's grab our departure runway heading. We are leaving on runway 28, so it should be about 280 degrees, but it's never good to tell. 277. 277. Wonderful. Let's get our flight directors armed. Perfect. Get our auto brake set to RTO. Let's head up to the overhead panel. Let's get our APU started. Excellent. Let's get our seatbelt signs on now. I believe we are done boarding. So getting our seatbelt signs on now, just to tell everybody to take a seat because we are going to be getting out of here very shortly. Let's get our cruising altitude all plugged in here. 360. Wonderful. Let's get our landing altitude as well all set and ready to go. Landing altitude is 3,498. Perfect. So we'll just set this to 3,500. Excellent. All right. While the APU's firing up, let's go outside and just watch them continue to load our baggage on the airplane for our passengers. Make sure that they actually get their baggage at their destination. Why does it sound like the, some of the bags sound like a cash register opening when they get thrown? Well, listen. Chicka chick, cha-ching. It's kind of like the opening to the song Money by Pink Floyd. Alright, well, he's going to finish up there. So while he's doing that, let's head back. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Let's head back in here now. Let's get our APU generators on now. Get our APU bleed on. Get our packs on. Let's go through our checks here. Get our flow done. Yaw damper will come on. This is all looking good. Fuel pumps will stay off for now. We just switched that to APU gen. The auxiliary battery will stay to standby power. These guards will stay closed. Ground power will click up to off just to be safe. Wipers will stay as they are. Equipment cooling will stay as they are. Emergency exit lights are armed. Seatbelt signs and smoking signs are good. Let's get our window heats on. Of course, you know, probes will stay off until we're ready to push. Hydraulic pumps will come on as well. And excellent. We are pretty much all good and ready to push, everybody. Let's get our wing lights and logo lights on now already. I can't believe the Pmdg doesn't provide any discount for the 737-800 to people who have already purchased the 737-700. Yeah, I completely understand that, my friend. You know, we were just talking about that. And, you know, someone had asked me if I was going to be purchasing the 900 when it gets released. And I said, probably not. Not for that cost. You know what I mean? Let's hear that trimming wheel? Oh, I gotcha. There you go, man. Just for you. Just for you, Ghost. Just for you. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, in regards to purchasing the 900, probably not going to be getting it, just because I'm not spending another $80 for an airplane that's, you know, 20 feet longer. So, or, you know, however much longer it is. I'm not going to spend another 80 bucks on that, so no thank you. Alright, but it looks like they are all good, so let's get the airplane ready for push here. Oops, not that one, this one. I mean, upgrading from the 700 to the 800 is always nice, just because I personally love them both. So for me, getting the 800 was worth it. The $75. And same thing with getting the regular 700, because I like the 700 more than I do the 800. So, you know, that's why it's worth it to get both of them for me. But, I mean, in regards to the 900, no, I am not going to be acquiring them. Or that one. Just, I don't want to spend the money on it. And it's not because I'm being cheap, you know, it's obviously because I can put that money into another airplane, you know what I mean, another add-on once it comes out. Alright, the pushback tug is hooking up to the airplane. Let's get ready to get out of here, folks. We are going to need to push back out and to our right here. Out and to our right. The right. There we go.
Release parking brakes, please.
There you go, brakes released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Alright, engine number 2 coming over to ground. Let's check down here. We have N2 rotation, which is excellent. We have N1 rotation. Great. Let's check for our oil pressure here. Make sure that's starting to rise, which it is. Excellent. At 25% N2 there, we will engage fuel flow and get over to the wing and have a listen. Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 2, everybody. Let's head back inside. Let's get engine number 1 up and going. We have N2 rotation. We have N1 rotation as well. Check our oil pressure. There we go. It's starting to rise. Okay, wonderful. And again, 25% N2 will initiate fuel flow. We'll hop over the wing to have a listen.
Please set parking brackets.
Alright, sounds like a good engine start there as well. Wonderful. Let's get back inside here. Let's set our parking brake.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, get our anti-collisions on now. Get our engine generators on. Let's get our packs back on. Isolation valve will come to auto. APU bleed will come off. And APU will come off. Wonderful. Alright. You can get X-Plane 12 for the price of the 737-700, you sure can. But then again, remember, some of the pricing on the add-ons for X-Plane 12 are kind of outrageous as well. Like, I was looking at the Airbuses there for them, and yikes. They are pricey. You were gone for a while? Well, me? I was gone for a while? I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 minutes? I have to do quite a lot to get the airplane ready to be turned around, restart the simulator, generate the SimBrief flight plan, get all my charts pulled up, get the Fly Live Studio reset, and get all that information entered in. And then once we get on the ground, I have to put the airplane in the turnaround state for us, make sure GSX is going to work correctly. So, yeah, I don't think I was gone for that long, giving everything that I need to do. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Oh yeah, who doesn't know that song, man? A little bit before my time, but you know. Alright everybody, let's pop over to the wing view here to get an authentic experience. We'll test our flight controls. There we go. Perfect, flap's gonna come to 5 degrees. Alright, excellent. And remember everybody, if you are enjoying this stream, please consider hitting that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Quite a quiet stream today, as this was kind of announced last moment, so my apologies for that, everybody. But the streams for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday have already been scheduled, so take a look at the schedule on my channel to see what we have coming up later on this week. Should be really fun. Alright everybody, we are ready to go. Let's get on out of here, shall we? Releasing our parking brake. They kind of wish they would have pushed us back just a little bit more there, but it's okay. Alright, let's get on going, everybody. Throttle lever is coming up just a little bit to give us some power to get us moving. That should be the call sign for pullback with satisfaction. Right. Alright, look at that scenery out there, looking oh so beautiful. Looking oh so nice. As usual. Alright, let's go everyone. Let's get to runway 28. A little bit of a long taxi here. Right's clear, Captain? Yes, it was. It's a little bit of a long taxi. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm getting a lot of screen tearing now. Ever since the Sim Update 10, I am getting a lot of screen tearing. My goodness. Gonna have to look that up and see what people did to solve that. Doesn't bother me that much, so I'm not really too concerned about it, but you know, kind of wish it didn't happen in a way. Oh, there he goes on. Kind of wish it didn't happen, to be completely honest with you. The weather looks nice, trembles a little. Yeah, it's a little bit, a little bit cloudy here. Kind of wasn't hoping we were going to have a lot of overcast to enjoy the scenery of our first time in Brazil, but, you know, so it is. Like to fly with realism, so... Oh my goodness. Interesting ground terrain at the airport. You actually speak Portuguese, so if I need a translator, I'll keep that in mind, man. I will keep that in mind, thank you. Just in case we, oh, God. That terrain. What in the world? You're not from Brazil, you're from Portugal? Nice. Nice, Ghost, nice. My family is Portuguese. From Fall River, and that's where a lot of my great family members, great uncles, great aunt's great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother first came to Massachusetts, Fall River, Massachusetts from Portugal. A very, very long time ago. So I have a lot of Portuguese in me. Love my chalice, love my caserla, love my linguiça, love my sweetbread. All that good stuff. Oh yeah, Ghost, oh yeah. And the rest of me is French. You know, I have to stay away from the chalice and the caserla lately. My stomach just can't really handle the spiciness anymore, and I like it hot. I like it spicy, you know what I mean? And we have a lot of authentic Portuguese markets, not in my local area, but only about a 45-minute ride away in Fall River itself. And you can get homemade, in-house chalice made, and it's just delicious. Same thing with caserla and the linguiça, and oh man, ain't nothing like it. Getting a chorizo and pepper sandwich, yo yeah. But yeah, believe me, I still eat it every now and then. I really do, but believe me, my body doesn't thank me for it. I wake up at 4 in the morning, my body's saying, "Why'd you do this to me?" Told you guys this is a long taxi run. Taking us a while here. We gotta take this next left up here. Well, no, we don't have to. We can take this all the way down to the end, actually. What am I saying? What do we got up here? Looks like a 767 or something like that sitting up here. What's up with that? Air Europa. Interesting. That's a general aviation apron, according to my chart. Kind of weird that there's a 767 just chilling there. Looks like there's another airliner right to the right of that. Rhino, hello, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. Yeah, it's because you're not in Portugal. Portugal, Sharia. Lowers your cholesterol? Does it now? Does it? At least it's not the long taxiway. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think we had that happen on stream. We were taxiing for like 15 minutes almost, and people were like, man, what the... when are we going to take off? I'm like, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So we have a Scandinavian, an SAS, over there as well. Can't tell what kind of airplane it is. And then we also have another one over here. That's looking like that's a 787 right here. That's really interesting. Really interesting. But according to our chart, that's the general aviation route, so who the blank knows? Alright, we'll take this next left. Kind of interested to see what kind of airplane that Scandinavian is over there, that SAS. Sure we'll be able to see it once we, after we make this turn. That's the repair area? Oh, I see. You're good at flying? Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. What's that Scandinavian? What's that? Looks like, was that an A330? Looks like it. You like aviation? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I don't think I'd be running a flight simulation YouTube channel if I didn't. Alright everybody, finally, after our long taxi here, that's our departure runway coming up here on our left. So just to get us ready, we're going to get our landing lights on now, our turn-offs on now, get our strobes on as well. And we are ready to go, everybody. So I hope you enjoy the departure out of Rio, heading for Brasilia in the Federal District. I'm playing like the #1 airline game on Roblox later, the top realistic one on every list, which it takes an hour and very good. Nice, man. Nice. I know a lot of people enjoy the flight simulation and being able to fly in Roblox, so very cool. Okay, everybody. Departure time. We're going to pretend like that we've received our departure clearance, and we are going to get the bleep out of Dodge, arm our auto throttle. You know, I've noticed ever since Sim Update 10 as well, my brakes are a lot more touchy here on my yoke. Like, I tap that button barely, just a little bit, and we get a lot of braking power there. Alright everyone, enjoy the departure. Might be a little bit loud, but enjoy the sounds of the lovely Pmdg 737-800. Power levers coming up to 40%. Alright, toga.
Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. V1. Rotate. E2.
Alright, up we go. Positive rate, gear up.
Positive rate of climb.
50 knot crosswind on that departure, but I think we managed it perfectly fine. There's that trim wheel for you, Ghost. It's windy, man. It's windy today. Getting a lot of wind. Up into the clouds we go, everyone. All right, wonderful. Autopilot has come on. Flaps coming to 1 degrees. Beautiful. And flaps coming clean. All right. Just check back up on our flight deck here, making sure everything is going smoothly, which it is. We are getting pummeled by a crosswind right now. It looks like you can see down there. It's coming from a direction of 337. It's very variable, gusting between. We're getting gusts of about 13. It dips down to 9, but it's pretty steady at like 12 right now. So it's been very, very windy today. Very windy indeed. Remember, everybody, if you are enjoying this stream, please hit that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me and turning on notifications for me. I would really greatly appreciate that as well. Currently sitting at 592 subscribers. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We are on the road to 750, everybody. 750 is the next goal for our subscriber count, so we are well on our way there. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support, your continued support throughout these past couple of months as I've started streaming here. The channel is growing by leaps and bounds, so thank you so much, everybody. Really can't extend how much I support or appreciate every single one of you. East Coast is getting 25 to 30 knots at most airports, and the area you're seeing up to 120. Holy moly! Yeah, well, we got that hurricane that's about to go through Florida and then probably make its way up through the New England area, which is where I'm from. So that's going to be interesting next week. All right, we are above 10,000. Get our lights off now. Alright, what a beautiful departure, everybody. Let's say we get some music on, huh? We didn't have any tunes going for the first leg. Will be interesting. I'm thinking of doing a flight and trying to land in a hurricane. Good luck, my friend. Good luck indeed. Why do I have to log back into this? I don't get it. Sorry everyone, I'm having a hard time getting my music all set up here. It's making me log back into the service for whatever reason. Oops. There we go. Nitro, hello my friend. Gotta love Navigraph for that? Oh yeah. Alright everybody, so this flight, our scheduled flight time I believe was like an hour and 22 minutes. Yep, hour and 28 was our scheduled time, so we are right on track with that. We're probably going to have a pretty powerful headwind on our way there, though. Pretty much the entire flight. Alright, wonderful. We can head outside real quick. Can you guys hear the music okay? Is the music okay from this angle or this view? I want to make sure that everybody's able to hear it. Remember everybody, if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would greatly appreciate that. We are on our way to 750, on the road to 750 subscribers, of which right now, if I have a look, we're currently at 592. So thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed so far. I really greatly appreciate every single one of you for your continued support and coming and checking out my streams, every stream I throw up. So thank you so much, everybody. So, we have some good stuff coming up this week, everybody. If you haven't already seen, come on, YouTube, you want to work with me here. Flying the 787 tomorrow? No. No. Next stream will not be until Friday, everybody. We are back to the original schedule. You deserve it. You seem like a cool guy. Thank you, Ghost. I certainly try to be, my friend. Certainly try to be as genuine as I possibly can be. For sure. So. The Portuguese side, I mean? Yep. So coming up on Friday, the 30th, we do have Peach Airlines or Peach Airways, not exactly sure the actual Peach Aviation, everybody, will be on lovely Friday. We'll be going in and out of Japan. Well, not in and out of Japan, but going around Japan. You haven't gained any subs today? I know, man. That's okay, but it's just quiet in here today, that's all. And then Saturday, we will be in Hawaiian Airlines. We're actually doing a long flight on Saturday. It's just over 4.5, almost 5 hours. We're not doing a subscriber special or anything like that, but it is going to be a Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200. So we are going from Honolulu to Las Vegas on Saturday, everybody. That one should be really, really fun. Looking forward to that one. And then on Sunday, we have United Airlines Boeing 777-200 using the Salty mod. I've been doing some shorter flights with it, and we haven't had any problems with any crashed desktops or anything, so it seems like we're going to be good to go on that one. We're going to give it a try, and we're doing 2 legs on that one. We're going from Houston to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles back to Houston. And it's weird because I got the idea for those flights because I was just searching like the departures of our local major airports here in the States, and when I was checking out Houston, I did see that United 777-200s are making daily services from Houston to LAX, which I thought was very, very interesting. So definitely excited to bring that. Peach, if I remember, is a subsidiary of All Nippon. Okay, cool. Very nice. On our way up to flight level 360, everybody. Do I know if a Boeing 747 can land in Dublin? I'm sure it could. You just have to look up the runway length there. I would say if you have a runway that you know you got about 10,000 feet, yeah, I'm sure you'd be fine. I'm not sure how long their runways are, though, but yeah, I'm sure it's possible. Depends on how heavy it is, too. You know what I mean? In our local airport over here, we've had Air Force One, which is a 747-200, land many times. And trust me, we don't have airplanes near that big landing around here. So, like I said, it all just depends on how heavy the airplane is in all actuality. You know, that's really what it boils down to, is weight of the airplane and obviously how long the runways are. Obviously, that's the most important thing. See there, 432 nautical miles to go, and we are due to arrive at 1704 Zulu time, and it's currently 15:56, so about an hour and 7 minutes according to our FMC here, and that's pretty right on par. Our progress bar has us at about 54 minutes, but that progress bar, remember, counts it as if you were flying a straight line, which of course we aren't, so that's why you're going to see a difference in the time there. I was thinking if I could do Boston to Heathrow. Yeah, absolutely, man. Do it. We've done that before. Well, no, I lied. We didn't. We did Heathrow to JFK in a JetBlue A320neo. That was a long day. That flight was over 8 hours. That was almost a 10-hour stream. We had such a nasty headwind that we were battling that entire flight and increased our flight time so much. It was absolutely ridiculous. But we were able to persevere and we made it through. But Boston's a great airport. Indeed. Alright, everybody, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to use the restroom real quick. I'm going to throw that up here. Restroom break. Nature is calling, so I will be right back, everybody. Alright, everybody. I am back. Alright, we are at our cruising altitude. Let's see how we're doing here. Following our path correctly, at 197 nautical miles to go until the top of our descent. Let's get a look at our weather here in Brasilia. Let's just make sure that we're not going to be flying into any dangerous weather that's going to be putting us into any type of situation. That's something that I would definitely like to avoid at all costs. Okay, looks like we have broken clouds. Looks like the ceiling is at 4,000 feet. 10 or greater nautical miles of visibility, and there is 8 knots coming in from a direction of 070. So that's not too terrible. Let me check another source here. Ceiling, oh, this is saying ceiling is at least 12,000 feet above ground level with scattered clouds at 4,000. No significant weather observed at this time, so wonderful. So we should be having a very nice arrival then. I am confident. Remember, everybody, hit that like button for me. You'd be doing me a huge favor there. And if you are new here, please consider becoming a subscriber as well. Currently sitting at 14 likes for this video. Very quiet stream today, not many people here, probably because I did not have this advertised only up until like an hour before I started. And that's just because of the crazy week that I had. But remember, everybody, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday streams have been scheduled, so keep a lookout for those. Saturday might change, and the only reason why Saturday might change is because somebody was telling me that the Airbus A330-200 that we were going to be using, they were having issues with it since the most recent update, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Gonna have to take a look at that indeed, just to make sure that we won't have any crashed desktops or anything like that while we are flying her on Saturday, so going to double check. Absolutely beautiful here today in my local area. Lovely, lovely weather for us. Always love it when the weather is this nice, man. Always love it when it's nice outside. Oh, it's a 300? My bad. My bad. I don't fly the PMP very much. Break at work, so I'm back periodically. Nice, Chief Sim. Chief, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anybody else in the chat? Chief Sim Pilot there is a fellow flight simulation streamer. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's got quite the chill vibe in there whenever he streams, so go ahead and give him a check out. Hope you're having a good day at work, Chief. You know, this isn't related to NASA in any way, but I did see SpaceX Starlink had launched on Saturday, and I actually saw it from my house here in New England. Saw it going up in the sky. That was so cool. It's funny because I had some friends over on Saturday, a little birthday party for me, and a friend of mine was like, "Oh my god, guys, come outside, what is that?" And we looked up, and it was just a big, really big, bright white object just streaking across the sky, going super fast. And I mean, he was super high up there with a big white trail coming out behind it. Hawaiian operates at 3. Yep, and that's exactly why I went with the PMP. Thank you, I am rather slow today. No Artemis launch, but the NASA DART mission will be televised. Yep, I did see that. And it's too bad about the Artemis. They were supposed to be launching it either today or tomorrow, right? It was supposed to be launched tomorrow, right on my birthday, which would have been cool to watch, but it's okay. You have that hurricane coming down through there, so that's definitely a good reason to postpone. Hawaiian Airlines operates to 300. Yes, they do. That's why I went with the PMP 300, and I wasn't going to go with the Headwind A330. You know, if this is the case where the Project Megapack gives us problems after stream, I'll throw it up and do a test flight with it and see if I have any bugs with it. And if I do, you know, we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to think about moving it over to another airplane. We might move it over to a 777, or well, I don't think that Hawaiian operates any 777s, do they? They operate 76s, I'm pretty sure, but I do not have that. Ooh, they operate 787-9s. Okay. Interesting. A321neos and 787-9s. Okay. I might have to switch it up to the 787 then, depending on how the Megapack A330 acts for us. Head back into the flight deck here. 143 nautical miles to go until the top of our descent. I'm going to start cycling through our leg pages as well and look at our approach and just make sure that everything agrees with what we have in our legs. We probably should have done this a while, but this is something I like to do a little bit before descent. So at multi, we need to be at below 20,000. That's correct. When we get to row 46, we need to be, this says above 10,000, which is true, at 220 knots, perfect. By Luvna, we need to be at 190 at above 6,000, which is correct, perfect. Now let's get a look at our... Should have had all of this ready to go, but you know, who gets properly prepared? I certainly don't. Here's the Lovla 1A. There we go. Now let's get our approach. We're going in on 11 right. I'm pretty sure. What did we take for our arrival? Z. Okay. By the time we get to Nimito, we need to be at 5,500. That is a mandatory mandatory altitude of 5,500. By the time we get to Toseg, we need to be at 5,140, which is correct. Our airport altitude is, of course, about 5,000 feet, right? I believe. Oh no, 3,498, so that makes sense. So that's all looking good. Oops. Keep doing that. Don't bump the trim wheel on your Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, everybody, or that'll happen. I do that quite often. I did it one time, I didn't realize it. I think it was maybe last week. I forget what airline we were flying, but I was doing the same thing. I was messing around with my charts, but we were in this view here. I think Farmer was there for that one. Farmer, what airline was that? I forget. But we were in this view right here, and I was messing around with my charts, and while messing around with the charts, I accidentally bumped my knee into the trim wheel and disconnected the autopilot on us. Oh gosh. And the only reason why I was looking at my charts and looking at my phone and, you know, not really paying attention, and the only reason why I knew something was wrong with the airplane is FS Realistic. Yep, it was locked. Yep, Polish. The only reason why I knew something was going wrong is the frightening screams of the passengers in the cabin that FS Realistic decided to put in there for us, because when I got to the flight deck, we were at about a 4,000 to 6,000 feet per minute descent, and our bank angle was over 30 degrees, so... Always something, man, always something. Always fun, though. Fun stuff. I looked at the PMP Discord. I don't see anyone complaining about the A330, but I found pictures of the new exterior that they are working on, and it looks good. Nice. Yeah, you know, that's one thing. The one major complaint. I'm an eye candy guy. You know, I am an eye candy guy, and that's one thing I will say is the exterior model. It definitely lacks on the Project Mega Pack, but the interior cockpit is okay, so I'm thinking that we're going to stick with it, and we should be good with it. So we'll see. You know, it's always cool to get the A330 200 and 300 going, so, you know, always fun. I love the engines on those, the way that the reversers activate, whatever you want to call those little doors that come out. I like this song. Burner, hello my friend. Kind of lonely today, but I don't have school. I'm sorry about that, man. Well, welcome. More than happy to hang out here for the rest of the stream. I'll post the pictures on media on your Discord now. Perfect. Thanks, Farmer. Appreciate that. For some reason, all of my information logged out on my web browser. And I don't know why. It's absolutely infuriating. There we go. You do Iceland to Boston? Nice. Foot. Should be a good flight for you. Oh yeah, I see. I see the modeling they're doing there. Nice. A lot of good progress. "80 nautical miles until the top of our descent." They're going to use the headwind cockpit? Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, by the way, Michael, when I click the MCU thing to put your SimBrief thing, it doesn't let me press on it. Which, in the fly-by-wire, or the... which airplane? In the Pmdg? I don't use the SimBrief integration in the Pmdg. Where the A320? Huh. Try putting it in with the fly pad. Go into, use it, put it in with the fly pad. Thinking of doing a flight max of 5 hours and 30 minutes. What do I recommend? That sounds like that would be a good, like, LAX to Atlanta. LAX to Atlanta sounds like that would be a good one for that. Can I show you after the stream? Sure. No problem, Foot, no problem. Alright. Go get that dialed in for us. Alright. Should be starting our descent rather soon here, everybody. Rather soon indeed. There we go, there's the top of our descent on our ND right there. 15 nautical miles, everybody. Well, I certainly hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic Monday. Brand new start to their week. Just turned autumn for us here in the United States. It is now autumn. And it's already getting chilly. It was already close to 30, below 40 degrees just the other day here. Absolutely nuts how within 2 weeks you will go from near 95 degree temperatures down to almost the 30s in a matter of 2 weeks. And a lot of the leaves are already starting to turn color as well, seeming as October is only 5 days away. Am I gonna fly the 747 soon? Probably not anytime soon, to be honest, Foot. You know, I've given it a few honest tries, and it's just I never have luck with it. You know, go and check out my most recent stream with it, where the autopilot just does whatever it wants. You know what I mean? We're on approach, following the ILS in the clouds because it's very cloudy. We couldn't see. And the autopilot puts us in a 6,000-foot dive, 2,400 feet off the ground. You know what I mean? And, well, it's not that I don't know how to handle the 747, man. I can definitely handle it, but not with the autopilot. Not with the autopilot doing that. You know what I mean? It did it twice in one stream with it. You know, descending through 20,000 feet, and all of a sudden it just goes nose down. Probably doing something wrong? No, I don't think so. Negative. Did I have vertical speed on? No, not with VNav. You shouldn't have to have your vertical speed on with a working VNav, man. And that's what we were using. Yeah, everyone says the same thing to me, Foot. They don't have any problems with the 747, so maybe what I'll end up doing is I'll completely remove it from my community folder and like all traces of it from my computer, and try reinstalling it from the fly-by-wire installer and see if I have better luck with it. But yeah, believe me, everybody says, oh, I don't have any problems with it. But if you go look on my streams, man, I've tried streaming it twice. And both times, I had problems with the autopilot. And the crazy thing is it cruises fine. It flies fine at altitude. You know, it climbed to our altitude perfectly fine. It follows the VNav path pretty well. I mean, the LNav path pretty well. But for whatever reason, you know. I flew a 5-hour and 50-minute flight with the Asobo 747, and it worked fine. VNav had me going Mach 9.92. Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand how some people's don't work better than mine. I mean, it's not uncommon. It's just like the Concorde the other day. Did the same thing, right? Other people say they have no problem with their Concorde, but I have problems with it. But then some people say they have problems with the fly-by-wire A320. I never have any problems with the fly-by-wire, so 747 doesn't like me? Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. You know, I'll give it another go off stream to see if we can actually get some better luck with it. And, you know, the 747 will definitely be something I'd like to fly, but it's one of those things where I will patiently wait for the Pmdg 747 to release, and once it does, we will be doing plenty of flights with it. So I don't think the Pmdg has given any news as to when we can expect the 747, so we will have to see and be patient, everybody. 747 is one of my favorite airplanes. You know, I'd maybe even like to see a classic 747, like a Dash 100 or even the 200 and 300. I'd like to see in the simulator sometime in the future. Anybody know? I remember thinking, Dark Knight, hello my friend, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Monday. You know, I thought I remember seeing on Just Flight's website a while ago that a developer was working on a 747 Classic for Flight Simulator X and Prepared. Does anybody know anything about that? Because I haven't heard any news on it, and if you go to their website and you look, it's still in like the work in progress or upcoming tab, so I'm wondering what the deal is with that. Do I have the 777-300ER? Not the 300, I have the 200. The Captain Sim, yes, unfortunately, I did purchase that. Back when I was still using Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox in the interim. All we know is first is the 739, and then it's the 777 series. After that's the 74. Got it. So we're probably about 3 years away then from the 74. If I had to guess, 2.5, 3 years. Would you agree with that, Farmer? Maybe 2 years at the most. We're flying the 777 on Sunday, actually, so we'll see how it goes. Wish you had the Boeing 777. Hey man, you know, it's on the marketplace, save up your pennies for it. You know what I mean? Unless they took it off the marketplace and I'm not aware of it. If that's the case, my apologies for the misinformation. You might buy it, but you have to do good in school? Yeah, absolutely, man. Work towards it. Work towards it, but just be warned, you know, it's a very unstable airplane, as you've seen on my streams before. We've had to crash the desktop with it. I've never really had any problems with the autopilot with it. The only thing I've had struggles with is just the way it flies, and also yeah, mainly the way it flies, man. That's the most tough part about the 777. The flight dynamics, you know, Captain Sim literally just pasted a 747 body, I mean a 777 body over the Asobo 747 and called it a day. It's really, really too bad. If you're used to flying the Pmdgs and then you go to that 777, man, or even the old Captain Sim 777 back in the FSX days and the Pmdg 777, if you fly the one that's in the marketplace right now and compare it to the older versions that Pmdg has for prepared and FSX, it's a completely different, man. Completely different. That's why they call them Captain Scam nowadays. I mean, you look at even the ECAMs and the engine instruments. They're straight out of the 747. If you look when you switch it over to fuel flow and you look, you know, unfortunately, it's literally the 747 ECAMs. It's just, I don't know why they were okay with releasing that, but it was to dupe people on the Xbox. That's all it was, man. That's all it was. What is the TTG timer? Time to go. Time to go until we arrive. I like the 747 and A380. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the A380 by fly-by-wire. We should be getting that soon, very soon. I would imagine right around Christmas time. The next couple of months. They've been very quiet about it though. They haven't really been releasing a lot of information in regards to it. I mean, obviously we did get that really nice preview video that they offered us that was released in August. And looking put in, it only does a straight line. So keep that in mind, everybody. Remember, everybody, if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would greatly appreciate that, as well as hit the like button on this video for me. consider becoming a subscriber and turning on notifications for the channel. Would greatly appreciate that. This is going to be the last song, everybody. This song has me feeling like I'm in Minecraft right now. This definitely sounds like something that would be in Minecraft. With a light rain in the background. Alright everybody, that's it on the music as mentioned. Yep. Get some drag required here to help us slow down a little bit. Alright, going below 18,000, you know what that means? We're going to take ourselves out of standard. Well, I certainly hope everybody's Monday is going well, as I've mentioned before. I know my Mondays are always good when I get to stream Flight Simulator for everybody. Look forward to it all week whenever I schedule a stream. Thing is, if you don't upload much, people start to not come. I mean, man, you gotta understand, I have a day job, my friend. This isn't my full-time career. So, you know, I gotta focus on other things in my life, and if people don't understand that, then I think that they are very immature and out of touch with reality. You know, there's plenty of streamers that I do see stream 24/7, 365, but unfortunately I just can't do that, you know. And as far as uploading actual videos go, I don't have the time to do that either. I either have time to stream or make videos, and for me, I'd rather put my time into streaming and hanging out with everybody, so You know, I have seen plenty of YouTubers and plenty of content creators that are plenty successful that upload one video per week. And I stream about 4 times per week, give or take. So, I mean, that whole mindset of if you don't upload multiple times per week, you're not going to gain subscribers is, you know, I don't exactly agree with it. If your content is good enough, you know, or if people, you can't even say that too, right? If your content is good enough, your content, all that kind of stuff is subjective. You know what I mean? People, just because you don't like one YouTuber doesn't mean somebody else will. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it's all up to whether or not the YouTube algorithm is working as well. You know, I advertised this stream an hour and a half before it started. And, you know, YouTube straight up on their website in regards to gaining attention and gaining viewers says to give it at least 2 days. You know, they recommend that you post it 2 days to allow the YouTube algorithm to do its thing and suggest it for people and, you know, suggest your channel and everything like that. And, you know, I definitely think that's true because when I post last minute streams like this, I don't get near as much attention than I would if I post it, you know, 4 or 5 days out. I've just had a very, very, very busy last week and a half, 2 weeks or so. So, you know, and I do mention that every stream that when things do get a little crazy in my personal life, you're not going to see a lot of streams coming out of me. So, you know, that's just how things have been lately. Them's the breaks, as my father used to tell me. Okay, let's get a look down here. Steep descent after Bro 46. Yes, that is the case. According to our chart, that is the case. But we are going to slow down right here quite a little bit before we get to Bro 46. We're going to have to 220 knots right here is our decel point. So I don't think it'll be near as steep as they're saying it is going to be. Ooh, speaking of which, index approach. This is what we're going to select here. There we go. Wonderful. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our ILS information ready to go now. Coming in, we need 109.9er for our localizer. Go, and our approach course is 108. Wonderful. Okay. You don't like how the 747 looks? What do you mean? Oh, you talking about the hump? The iconic hump? You know, it's funny that you say that. If you go ahead and you look at the initial designs and the original designs of the 747, not all of them included the hump. Funny enough, you know what I mean? A lot of them didn't include the hump. A lot of them almost, you know, they were trying to make it just 2 decks, a standard 2-deck design. You know, but up until Airbus kind of developed their oval design for the A380, you know, it's that whole double-deck design that Boeing was trying to do just wasn't going to work as far. But you got to remember, the 747 was first designed in the 60s, you know what I mean? So it's... But it gives it an iconic look. You would agree, right? The hump gives it an iconic look. You'll never confuse it with any other airplane. That is a for sure fact. You will never confuse the 747 with any other airplane, given it's just like the Concorde, right? That'd be like confusing a 737 with the Concorde. Just a very unique design. it's so heavy. Oh yeah, the A380 and the 747 are both extremely heavy. Very large airplanes. Half the crashes are due to heaviness? What do you mean, like the airplane being overweight? I mean, there's a lot of problems with the 747 in the very early days of her flying, you know what I mean? She had a problem with the cargo door at one point. You know, a big problem with the cargo door not latching correctly and caused a couple of different crashes. You know, not every airplane is perfect, you know what I mean? I mean, please look at the DC-10. Look at the 787, I do too. It's a good airplane. Very nice airplane indeed. Yep, well designed, yep, you are correct. With all the composite materials. Definitely a game changer for sure by Boeing. And they're incorporating all that technology in all their new airplanes now, so they must have done something right? There, we got our landing lights on. Whoops. Alright, this is looking like this is going to be a good arrival. The airplane is performing as expected. Go ahead and get our replay ready now. You have to be at 5,500 feet by the time we reach Nimato. Show you after? Show you what after? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already told you I would, man. Already told you I would. Alright. There's our runway out there. Very windy, man. Holy cow, we're gusting at over 20 knots. This is going to be an interesting one. Very windy today in Brazil, huh? What's going on with that? Or Brasilia, rather. And everybody, gears coming down. You should try Madeira Airport. Yeah, definitely, for sure. I've had a lot of requests for that, so that will be coming. Okay. Airplane flew the approach beautifully this time around. Thank goodness. But alright. We are going to my control.
1,000.
This is going to be quite scary. Holy moly. This is going to be scary indeed, everyone. Yeah, these winds are pretty pretty intense. Holy cow. 21, 23, 19. Oh gosh. Holy guacamole. Ooh, baby. This is what makes Flight Simulator fun, though, ladies and gentlemen. These kinds of approaches. This is where the challenge is. Oh.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Whoa, why does that do that, man? What in the world? I'm just planting her. For whatever reason, dude. Whenever I flare... Oh, man. I know, Foot. I know, man. You don't need to be my landing coach. I know, buddy. I've probably been flight simming longer than you've been alive. Yeah, dude, I have to take a look into the that little piece of sensitivity right there. Right when you come to flare, it picks your nose up like that. All right, Foot, have a good one, my friend. Thank you for stopping by, as always. Appreciate you. That was rough. I don't even know if we're gonna do the replay on that one, folks. Okay. Rest in peace, everybody, to our undercarriage. Rest in peace indeed. Or pieces at this rate. Gotta do the replay? Yeah. Yeah, I know. As embarrassing as it's going to be. Yeah, dude, I gotta take a look into this sensitivity. Because I don't feel like when you look at when I am flaring, when I'm pulling back on the control surfaces, dude, I'm not pulling back that much. There's just got to be something wrong with the sensitivity curve that I have set for this. Maybe somebody could help me out if you guys might know more about that than myself. Because like I said, I am not good with that kind of stuff. So if somebody might know more about that than me, I would appreciate that. We still didn't break. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't crash on that one, man. I don't know how. 675. That's why I was like, you know what, we're just going to put her down. I don't even care. Did we stop the replay recording? Yes, we did. Okay. Boy, that was that was juicy. That was more than juicy. You should watch 737 driver's video on the new flight model and the demonstration landing he did. Oh yeah? I'll have to check that out. What did he have to say about it? Like the flight model meeting in Flight Simulator in general? Or what's up with all those airplanes just sitting there like that? I need to definitely, like I said, look something up in regards to why, like, when I flare, you know, when you're flaring, you put a little bit into it, and then right when I hit a certain point, like right when you're at the perfect flare angle, the nose just dips up super high. And I'm thinking that it's got to have something to do with the sensitivity curve. You know, I think using FSCPUI, whatever the hell that program is called, I think if I take a look into that, maybe that'll help me a little bit, because everyone's telling me from every video that I've seen, they say not to use the default Microsoft. Holy cow, tug driver, can't you tell that there's an airplane coming here? Oh, there's an airplane there. That's weird. Okay. Guess we're going here. Sensitivity's high. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to have something to do with the curve. I'm gonna have to take a look into that. I haven't had a problem with that before, but this is the first time I've flown the Pmdg since the update. So maybe it has something to do with that? Who knows? But we'll get her stopped right here for us. Okay. Hey, bud. Hope you're having a good day. You look like you're having a good one yourself. Turn that frown upside down, man. Alright, let's get our airplane reconfigured for landing. We're gonna have to go flaps 40. Go. Okay. Wonderful. Let's go for this view here first. skip ahead. We were getting jostled around like crazy on this one, everybody. And you're right, yeah, the airplane does fly differently in the wind. Alright, Farmer, thank you for being here, my friend. Have a good one. Hope to see you on Friday, buddy. Have a good sleep. But yeah, we were getting tossed around like you wouldn't believe. I can't wait to see what FS Realistic is going to do with the touchdown. This should be interesting. We had about 21, 22 knot gusts right there towards the end. You can hear me manipulating the throttles myself to keep the airplane flying nicely. Here's where the wind was really hammering us. You can hear it off the airframe. That's crazy. But fun. I mean, it's what makes it challenging. You know, I like the challenge, so bring it on. Sirens, hello. You don't want to see this landing, man. Like I said, our flare was looking perfect. And then there's got to be something wrong with my sensitivity curve right as we hit that perfect flare angle. Like right in here, because I start to flare, and then like right in here, it really... Because we were doing great right here, given the wind. I think we were doing perfectly fine. Here we go. Here comes the flare. And then you see what it does? See how quickly it happens, too. Like, I don't...
I think you can do better than that.
Woo! All right. Yikes. Holy. God, that's too funny. Whew. I would hope that if this were real life, my license would probably be gone, everybody. But yeah, we were that was on track to be such a good landing too, and then get ready for it, everybody. Ready? Starting to flare, and then see, just lifts up like that. I don't...
Whoa, that was rough. I'm glad we were down.
Ooh, boy. Sorry I wasn't in June today. I was at a funeral today. Oh, I'm sorry, Sirens. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Love those engine sounds, I know, aren't they great? When's the next scheduled flight? That would be on Friday, my man. Friday. Alright, we will get one more angle here, and we will go, we'll come all the way back here for it. And we will pause it for now, just for me to say thank you to everybody who joined me today. I really, really greatly appreciate you. So sorry for the rough landing on our second go there. That was absolutely nuts. At that point, I just gave up on it and said, I'm not going around. We're just going to let the airplane land itself. And we did. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I really, really greatly appreciate you. Take a look at the streams that we have coming up later this week. There's a couple of different airplanes going on there, so it should be really, really good. Really looking forward to every single one of those. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. It really means a lot to me, and I look forward to seeing every single one of you guys. Can we get a video on your graphics settings and add-ons? Sure. I can definitely make a posting about that now that we have the community tab. enabled, I can definitely put something like that in there as well. So thank you so much, everybody, like I said, for being here. I will make a video on my graphics settings and maybe even just put them in the description of every single video that I have. That way everybody can take a look, and maybe I'll even make a Nightbot command, like exclamation point graphics, so everybody can see. So thank you so much, everybody. I really greatly appreciate every single one of you for stopping by here today, and I'll catch you all on Friday. It should be a good one. I hope you all have an excellent, fantastic rest of your Monday evening, afternoon, or maybe possibly even Tuesday morning, depending on where you are located. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.